entertained?
Welcome to Hard to Entertain with Brandon and Trey. Take it away, boys.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, yo.
We are back for episode 25. I think that's right.
Yeah, because we were like, Toby Brand last
Yes.
time.
So, our next episode, 26, will be the 1 year anniversary.
Oh, go. Does that mean we have to get butt naked?
We might. No sword fighting, I guess. Nice. So, what's up? What's new? What'd you do this week?
We went camping last week for Memorial Day.
What? Oh, you have a story to tell about how you broke my tent.
I didn't break shit.
What happened?
Okay, first of all, I didn't break shit.
Okay.
Your niece broke it.
Well, she tends to do that.
She decided it was a pull-off zipper and not a zipper.
She's got that Herculean
So
stroke.
she just grabbed the corner, adds it zipped up, and just rips it open. I'm like, that's not how doors work. And then that was in the first hour.
Ugh. It's like
That was the first hour we were
camping
there.
Trip hour
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, and so then I was like, okay, so every night we had it like zipped, like halfway with just both sides just flapping open.
So
So I had like the little bug zapper and then my little bug thingy right at the door and
so were you Chef RD Brandon?
yeah, I don't know. We made hamburgers and hot dogs the first night.
Yeah.
And I made steak tacos for me and Delilah the second night.
So did you guys do like the? Did you bring a grill or did it have one
They
at the
did,
site?
but
It was garbage.
They keep doing it. Like, and they brought one last time. I was like, we have a fire pit,
Right.
Like, with a grill. The one we
Got
go
the
to
grill rack on it.
has a little grill like that flips
Yeah.
off and on. And so I was like, well, just use that.
Yeah.
I was like, you're already having a fire going. I was like, you're just wasting charcoal and fire for no reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever. Hey, to each his own, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not a camping person. I figure I pay, $400,000 for my house. I'm not going outside and sleeping on the damn ground. It's not worth it.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, I suppose. So did you have fun?
Yeah, it was tiring, but it was fun. It was fine.
And the niece?
She had a good time.
Yeah, that's good.
She likes camping.
Who'd you go with?
Just a couple of friends from high school.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then the brother kids?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so
there
it
you
was-
go. Somebody.
What about you? What do you got going on that I'm not going to care about?
Yeah. I mean, just keeping the house up and taking care of the wife. Like I said, she just got a tattoo, so she's hobbling
Like
around.
you just said. No, you
Yeah.
said that off mic. They don't
Oh,
know
that's
you
right.
just
That's
said
not that's the
Fucking
paid for
idiot.
content. You
Yeah.
gotta pay for that.
Yeah, that's fucking OnlyFans.
That's
right
my
there.
OF baby.
My OF. Subscribe to see my butthole.
Nobody wants to see that. No, just working a lot and trying to get things ready. I guess Father's Day's coming up, so you should be excited for that.
I'm not. But
Couple
yeah.
weeks. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, we're going back and forth and trying to decide if we want to get a third dog because Raiden's an older man, so we're afraid that if he passes, that the other dog's not gonna know what to do with himself because he's like super angsty when like he leaves
By himself.
Yes,
Oh.
he's real bad.
Question:
Yes.
Are you gonna train this dog this time?
Well, I mean, Pup's in training. He gets training at least once a month, but we have a trainer come to the house.
Well,
But the old man can't do it because a lot of the training we have walks around the neighborhood.
yeah.
Raiden goes one time around the block. He can't walk anymore.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really work for him. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna be a puppy. So I mean, he's not gonna be able to be trained for
You can start training puppies. You can start training them right away.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
gotta have lots of patience, Trey.
yeah, I
Maybe
do,
this dog won't jump on everybody when they walk through the door.
I guess maybe we'll see. That's
Well,
that's Pup's sense of being like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, and I'll punch him right in the big ass head he's got.
Yeah. Well, he is what he is.
Oh shit.
Well, All right, so let's get into it.
Uh-oh.
Yes. All right, so let's see.
Over under if I press the right button.
Snapple, crapple, dapple.
What?
Yeah. Go ahead.
What happened?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Should I press the button now and
Press
then
the
talk?
button.
Uh-oh. What did you do?
Nothing.
Did you break it?
No.
Why are you looking at it like that?
Just
Am I gonna
press
get? Am I gonna get shocked if I press this button?
Just press the damn button. It's trailer time. It's trailer time. It's trailer time. Trey wants to the trailers. Sit your ass down. It's time for the trailers. Hey, guess what, guys?
What?
Trey didn't watch all the trailers.
Jesus, you didn't watch any?
I mean, I caught a couple, but like nothing crazy.
So I saw we were at the theaters this
Yes.
last weekend, and they had I don't know if you'd call it a trailer for Transformers, more of like a, even though it's coming out next week, it was more of like a teaser.
Ugh.
And
More and more I see that, I'm like, more and more I have no interest.
It looks so bad.
Right. So, so do you have any trailers yourself?
I don't know. Do you? What do you remember?
Ow!
Jesus.
Blow your ears out. My bad. So the Turtles, the Ninja Turtles, they had.
I saw that.
Yeah, they had a new trailer for that.
Every time you watch it, you say, I still want to see this.
Yeah, it looks pretty
Gotta
awesome.
Keep backing away from my mic. And
Oh, baby.
Alright.
And then, I mean, what do you got? What do you got? You got anything?
Coming soon. Let's see what. I saw another trailer for the new Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, still don't want to see that.
So, okay, that's awesome. I saw a trailer for a movie called Hidden Strike. This has got John Cena and Jackie Chan,
Oh, that looks sweet.
where they're like two military guys, I guess, trying to stop a terrorist group. That looks pretty awesome. I mean, you got Jackie Chan playing the straight guy, and John Cena playing the comedy. I don't know.
That sounds about right.
We'll see. That could be interesting. Yeah, I don't have much else, to be honest.
You know how much? Yeah, it's because everything's coming out now. So
Yes.
it's hard to sit there and say, oh, I saw this and that, because everything that we've been seeing is starting to come out. I mean, I'm just looking through like what's coming out here, in the next couple of weeks, and I don't see anything. This looks stupid. Five Nights at Freddy the movie. We talked about that last time.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, it looks stupid. Yeah, we're doing really great. Apparently people. Oh, you know what I did see the trailer for?
What'd
Gran
you see?
Turismo.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, but they actually put the trailer out,
Yeah.
and I didn't see this until I
Trash.
watched. It looks alright.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Every time I've seen this, I'm like, yeah, why the fuck
Have
would
you
I
seen the
want to
whole
watch
thing?
that? Yes,
have
of
you seen
course.
the newest one?
They showed the trailer in front of the movie we saw.
Oh, in front of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't think it would
No, it looks terrible.
look interesting?
I
I think it's interesting because it's like a true story just came out. The story just happened like within the last
I guess.
10 years. I don't know. You're a fucking piece of shit. God, you're always so harsh.
I'm usually pretty good about this stuff, but I could care less. Like, we're gonna make a movie about a kid playing video games who goes and drives real cars, but I'm like, who cares?
Oh, well.
Meh.
Well,
Meh.
what are you going to do?
You're not gonna do nothing.
Well, I guess the trailer segment this week
It's pretty short.
will be pretty short.
Wham, wham, wham.
Trey has failed us.
Yeah.
Just
Alright.
sit your ass down and Trey didn't watch the trailers.
That's right. Well, okay, for the next episode, I'll make sure I have you know what? I have a lengthy list usually, and you're like, let's get on with it. Shut up. Shut up. So,
well, but sometimes I'm like, hey,
today's
that sounds
today's
awesome.
the day.
Well, today's the day that you suck, dumb bitch.
I guess. All right.
All right,
So
look, let's just keep this train on the goddamn track,
keep this trainer rolling.
and I'm gonna press another button.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Let's see if he gets it right.
I think it's this one.
Hey, Trey. What? Guess what time it is? What time is it? It's fucking TV time.
Yeah.
Yay.
Uh-oh. Are you looking up your TVs too?
No. I got some written down. I just wanted to get the certain things together.
Yeah.
So what you got?
What do I have? Oh gosh. I watched. I found this new show. It was a short miniseries called Smartless,
Okay.
based on a podcast that Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean Hayes does.
Okay.
So you'll know Sean Hayes as the gay best friend in Will and Grace, the skinnier dude.
Yep. I
He
know that
also
is.
has written and been on a lot of. He's written a lot of TV and movies and Broadway. You'll know obviously Jason Bateman from Ozarks and
Oh yeah.
every
Jason
which
Bateman's
other
awesome.
thing, and Will Arnett from Arrested Development. He does a lot of like co-starring in a lot of movies. So, but it's the whole concept of it is so. Their gag is that one of them brings on a guest each week, but the other two don't know who it's going to be.
Okay.
So you get an honest like questions and answer because they don't know who it's going to be.
Right.
And they did I guess they've been doing the podcast for a while. I think they have like over 200 episodes. And they went on the road, right? It seemed like 2020 because people were still wearing masks and stuff in the theater
Right.
that they were performing in.
Okay.
And they were wearing masks when they were in public. So,
Right. So the show was filmed during the pandemic.
yeah, I think like
Yeah.
2020, maybe
Okay.
even early 2021 because there were still some mask wearing early 2021.
Yeah.
So
So it's funny because that guy's a comedy guy for sure.
yeah, so they're bringing on people and it's like behind the scenes of how these guys are as
Yeah.
like because all really Jason Bateman I was most interested in because that's the biggest star,
Right.
obviously.
Right.
And so you're really interested in how people like that are, and he does like let you in because it's like hanging out with the boys,
Right. Of course.
and he's a weirdo.
That's
He's
awesome.
funny.
Yeah.
He's funny, but he's like a hypochondriac,
Yeah.
which I would have never guessed.
Okay.
So-
He doesn't seem like that way when he does movies or anything.
Yeah, it's weird, right? I mean,
Right.
I just didn't expect that. So,
Oh.
but it was funny. It was good. It was. I
What's
think
this-
it's like 6 episodes.
What's this on?
Max.
Oh, okay. HBO.
No,
Or
no.
Formerly HBO Max.
No. It's Max.
Max.
To the max.
To the max.
Fucking dumb.
Dumb.
It was easy to get on. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. It just switched right out.
Yeah.
Anywho. All right. So I have Barbecue Showdown. This is on Netflix. Kind of like a
This is season 2, isn't it?
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Season
that
2.
was the first season.
So really good barbecue show. If you like the any of the cooking competition shows,
All right, we're gonna give you a filing cabinet, and we need you to make a brisket.
this is literally what I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
They gave him all this like they gave him a washing machine, a refrigerator, a filing cabinet, a barrel, and a bunch of other things. And they're like, "Here, barbecue with it." And so I don't know. I think it was really really interesting to see what goes into barbecuing things. Usually, I'm just like throw some shit on some fire and hopefully it works out. These guys are like using all these like French ways of cooking and all these different processes, and it's interesting to see them cook like cakes and stuff on a grill, like smoke a cake and stuff. I'm like,
Hell
what
yeah.
the hell? But I mean, these.
I have a friend who like every time we go over to his house, he always uses Traeger,
Mhm.
and everything's on the Traeger. Pizza Traeger,
Yeah.
burgers Traeger.
Well, the
Smokes
Traeger
everything.
costs so goddamn much money that
Yeah,
you
I was
better
like,
get
oh,
your money out of
I was
it.
like, oh, I'll get one, and then it was like the decent, decent one is like $700-800. I'm like,
Mm,
and then like if you want to get like the good one, it's like
Yeah.
12, 14. You can even get up all the way up to like
thousands.
like $3,400,
Oh, yeah.
$3,500.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck that. Or you can go to Walmart and get one for $300.
That's a Traeger.
And no, it's called like Pit Boss.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Yeah. Well,
You know, you get
smokes meat and it's got a digital thermometer. So you know.
So that's the ticket. Yeah. So if you're really into cooking competition shows and stuff, I'd definitely go with that Barbecue Showdown. That's on Netflix. Really good.
Barbecue Showdown.
Yep. What you got
I'm
next?
currently enjoying a show on a very little known platform called MGM Plus.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's MGM, like the studio,
Right.
has their own app.
How's that going?
It's like $4.99 a month.
Is that the MTV stuff? They have that
No,
on there.
MGM.
No. Oh, right. Does MTV post their stuff? No.
Why would they?
I don't know.
Just because they first start with the letter M doesn't mean they're the same company, dumbass.
I just assume they might be affiliated with each other
Why?
because I don't know where MTV is.
Because they first start
No.
with the letter
no,
M.
No. Anyways, what is the show you're watching that's on there?
Hate you.
Hate me.
I hate you. No, I'm watching this show called From.
From.
Yeah, God. Now that I see, I looked up the guy's name,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, okay, I'm gonna say this guy's name because, he's well known, actor, and
Anthony Trey McAlite.
well, he's like well known, but like only if you like you see his face, you know who he is, type of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Here, let me show you. Right here, Harold Peremio.
Okay.
Good looks. Me
What's
saying
he
that
look
right.
like?
There you go. This guy.
Okay, yes. I've
You
seen
know-
him in a bunch of shows.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I'm pretty sure he was in The Walking Dead.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds right.
He was in Oz right here.
Mhm.
Lost. Oh, that's where I know him from.
Lost.
Lost.
Yes.
And he's like been in The Best Man's Holiday.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
But he's good though. I mean, he's good in it. So this show. It's one of those. Okay, so you like Lost for the first like 2-3 seasons, right?
I liked it until like the last season, and then it was
Okay.
like terrible.
So let me say this: I liked also Lost until they jumped a shark.
Right.
Okay, this
Yes.
at least for the first 2.5. It's the second season is ongoing right now, and they're not doing this thing where they just dump all the episodes. It's like weekly.
Okay.
It's very much in the same vein as Lost
Okay.
because it's just a bunch of different weird shit going on,
Uh-huh.
and you're just trying to piece together like what is going on right now.
Right.
And if you like that type of show where it's just like very in that vein of Lost, where it's like
Yeah.
this happens, like there's these monsters, but also there's these other things. Oh, and then there's this other thing happening.
Right.
And you'll like. I don't want to give too much away because it's very much in that vein of Lost. And so Trey just messed my headphones up. Appreciate that. All right, hey,
Yeah.
we're good. We're back.
good.
We're back. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. But it's very much in the vein of Lost, and Trey needs to figure out his headphone situation. So we're gonna do a quick.
No,
little-
we're good.
Oh, okay.
We're good.
Are you sure?
We're good. I can
Okay.
hear.
Okay. All right. It's very much in the vein of Lost. So I'll tell you this. So basically, the premise of the show is they're in a town, and everyone sees they're driving down the road and they see a downed tree.
Okay.
And when they get to the downed tree, they turn around, and then they drive into this old timey town.
Okay.
I would say like 1950s
Oh,
type
shit.
of, but it's all dilapidated and everything. But so once you see the tree,
Mm-hmm.
you're stuck there forever.
Oh, M. Night Shyamalan did a thing like this.
Yeah. So you pull in to the town, and they try to tell you, hey,
You're stuck.
you're stuck, and they end up letting you drive around a couple times, and they end up finally just popping your tires so you don't hurt anyone driving through the town and going too fast or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then the big hook is at night. These monsters come out.
Oh my God, this is exactly like the M. Night Shyamalan show.
What show?
I forgot.
Oh, is it the one that was on Apple?
No, this is one where these
Because he did an M. Night Shyamalan show that was on
Right.
Apple.
But this was like this family went and they go to this town, and then it becomes like time traveling. Like they can't leave the town. If they try to leave, it's just a big ass circle.
Yeah.
And then like they find out that like they've been held inside this like community, so because the world's like ended,
Oh,
like
okay.
outside of it.
Yeah, and that's we haven't got the big twist yet.
Yeah.
So it's kind of getting there. Like you really don't know. Like every time you think something's fake, they do that thing where they're like, "Oh, but is it?"
And it isn't fake.
But
yeah.
but again, so like the big thing is at night, these people come out actually.
Yeah.
And they are like old. They're like just people, and they can't get into houses that have these little talisman on them.
Oh, okay.
And
like magic.
yeah, and if you let them, only if you let them in, and if you let them in, they basically
So that's like
torture you to death.
Vampires.
kind of, but
Because
they're not
can't come in
vampires,
unless you.
right?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
But I'm really enjoying it.
Well, so I think it'll be good.
It's engaging.
I'm gonna give it a watch probably.
Yeah.
Only issue I have is if it goes like Lost, where they're writing it, but they don't have the ending figured
That's-
out of the show.
That's what everyone's been commenting on the show. Like
Yes.
like if you go to like any of the
Mhm.
groups on like Reddit or whatever, they're like, as long as it doesn't go lost, and it's just
Yeah.
like they're all dead. It's
Yeah.
this is purgatory.
Yeah.
Like we're done with that.
Well,
No more
because
purgatories.
they made that shit up at the very end. Like they
Right,
had
'cause-
the
well, they had a
Washington
writer strike in between seasons, and they said that's when it just fell to shit,
Well, I know that.
which is happening right now.
Yes.
So we're gonna get a lot. So everyone be prepared for television to be a lot of reality TV.
Well, yeah, because if it's
'Cause that's-
written, they can't do
Exactly. It can't be scripted. So all the late nights are down. All the movies, if they're not already in post production,
it. Mm-hmm.
are done.
Done.
They're all stalled. So we may have a. My understanding is that a lot of movies try to get wrapped up before because they knew the writer strike was going to happen. Try to get wrapped up by then. But what's going to happen is where there's going to be a lull, probably sometime in spring of next year, where we're gonna stop getting quality movies.
Well, yeah, because all the stuff that's supposed to go into production
It's
this
going to
year,
be coming
it's
from
not
like
going into
overseas,
production.
exactly. And so we'll have movies all year, probably into the first of next year, because
Mhm.
post production,
a lot of stuff's
reshoots, things
done.
like that.
Yeah.
But spring of next year, I think we'll start seeing it, and TV shows. So a lot of seasons that are on right now, will wrap up.
Yeah.
But when the fall comes around,
Yeah.
and
You're gonna get that new.
you're not gonna.
Mhm.
You're gonna get a lot of
Unless it ends very quickly.
which I think why if you're starting to you're already seeing it.
Yeah.
So you're seeing the reality celebrity show that was like it's like a Mars thing.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched that yet,
Yeah.
but that's what you're gonna see. And fun fact, like Big Brother,
Mm-hmm.
that show was created because
Of the writer's
the
strike.
writer strike in like 2000 and blech.
Yeah, it's on CBS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the type of shows that come out when they have this type of thing because there's no writing involved. So that's gonna suck.
Yeah. Do you know anything about what it's about? Like why they're
Yeah.
striking? I heard it's AI. They don't want them producing scripts.
That's not the biggest thing.
yes,
but yeah,
yes. And then the streaming contracts.
that's what it is.
because nobody thought streaming was going to take off the way it did, and it has.
Right.
That's where everybody watches everything now.
So basically, they had a hissy fit when during the pandemic is when they really finally saw it, how little they were getting paid for streaming content.
Mhm.
Because what happened was during the pandemic, nothing
Everybody
was
was
coming
at
out on
home.
TV. No, there was no everything was being all the movies were being released, and so what happened was they didn't see those studio checks and theater checks
Right.
and said, this is all I'm making from streaming platforms.
Yeah,
and
because a lot of these actors and stuff,
Mhm.
instead of taking money on the front, they take it on the back end of the theatrical cut. So if the movie does really, really well,
Yeah.
they get a large portion of it. Like
Yep.
maybe it's like 10 or 15%.
Yeah.
That's huge money if, if
Exactly.
a movie makes $1 billion.
Right. And so that they have an incentive to help promote it for free,
Yeah.
everything
Mhm.
else. So what's happening is the writers are not getting what they consider a fair shake
Mhm.
when it comes to the streaming. And what they're also saying is the streaming giants like Netflix, HBO, Apple, Hulu, Disney aren't sharing the numbers
Mhm.
in good faith. So they're not providing. So as we all know with Netflix, they don't release no
They
streaming
don't
numbers.
tell you what they got.
They don't say. They
Yeah.
just say it did over blah blah blah.
Yeah.
If they want to, but they don't
Mhm.
say, oh, it did shit.
And if it did shit, they ain't going to say
They can
shit.
see shit.
Yeah.
You just see it pulled from like the suggested
Mhm.
tab. But so that's what's happening is they're fighting over. That's the big gist of it. They're fighting over a fair shake of the streaming.
That seems fair.
And so we'll see. Like I said, I don't even think so. This is gonna. I think this is gonna go on for a while
Uh-huh.
because, again, all the studios because they knew this was coming
Mhm.
really stacked the
Pushed
deck
up, yeah.
on getting movies. The
Agreed.
principal shooting ended,
Yes.
so that way they can say, well, we're good. We can edit and things like that.
Yeah.
Without writers, and
Mhm.
so it'll be interesting. But you do see some actors and directors coming out. Like I think I saw Kevin Smith. He's big
Oh,
into it.
He's saying he's not going to talk. Like he's going full Silent Bob until they can figure this out because
Yeah.
he says the writers need to get what they're owed.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I mean, so keep a lookout, and unfortunately, it's one of those things where it's gonna hurt the consumers at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to get properly compensated for what you do.
That's that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
So what else you watching?
So, I watched on Apple Plus. I watched a show called Shrinking.
Yeah, is that any good?
It's so good. It's 10 episodes.
Right.
They're about 43 minutes each.
Mhm.
It's starring Jason Segel and
Mhm.
Harrison Ford.
It's where it's a psychiatrist thing, right?
Right.
Therapist.
So Jason Segel's wife had died a year prior to this show starting.
Right.
So he's kind of walled himself off, and he's not dealing with his grief very well. And
Right.
so when the show picks up, he starts to finally start dealing with the fact that his wife has passed. And so, I mean, it starts out with him like doing drugs, and he has like a bunch of call girls over at his house swimming in a swimming pool and stuff. And so, and then in the morning he's
Yeah.
going and doing therapy.
Mhm.
He's being a therapist, and so one day he decides, you know what, I'm not gonna do the oh, I feel bad for you stuff. I'm gonna tell you what I actually think.
Yeah, and that's the hook, right? Is he gets more because a therapist isn't supposed to directly say you need to do this
Right.
or stop.
He's supposed to guide you, but not tell you what to do.
Yeah.
So, in this,
And he's got a shrink, which is Harrison Ford,
so
kind of, right? It's his
kinda.
Is it his
it's just
dad?
no, it's just
a friend.
he's just a friend at their practice.
Okay.
So he comes to him when he just talks to him occasionally.
Well, real life, a lot of shrinks do see shrinks.
Mhm.
So, so I'll let you wrap that up. So what you like it?
Very funny, and then
Is it a you have to like Jason Segel type of situation?
no.
Because some people don't. I like Jason Segel, but
Yes.
he
So the comedy he's doing in this is not his usual like pulling his
slapstick.
penis out and walking
Gotcha.
around and stuff. It's real dry.
Okay.
So Harrison Ford is the best Harrison Ford I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He is so funny. He talks a lot, and it's not that. No, it's not that.
Great
I mean,
Scott.
he's great.
Good.
All the
That's
cast is
good.
really, really good. Yeah, I definitely recommend it, and it's kind of wraps up in one season. I mean,
That's good.
You get everything you need to
Well, it
get.
seems like Apple does that a lot. They're like, hey, you don't need to. It just doesn't need to be 5 seasons. If it's a 1-season show, it's a 1-season show.
Yeah, which is it's rare. It's really rare
Yeah.
nowadays to get a beginning and an end
Yeah.
in one season.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, definitely recommend it.
Have you seen this show in that same vein called Couples Therapy on HBO and Showtime?
No,
Have you heard about it?
no.
Okay. So it's in the same vein, but it's not a show. It's real life. So each season,
Yes, I have seen this.
Okay.
Okay.
each season, I think they're on 3 seasons,
Mhm.
is it centers around like 5 or so
Three,
couples.
it's 4 to 5 couples.
Yeah,
Yep.
and the therapy, you basically get the 6-7 months of them going to this single therapist,
And they go over their financials and,
it's
all that
well,
shit.
it's more of it's couple therapy.
Yeah.
So it's
Yep.
like everything to do with couples.
Mhm.
Chores and love life and attitudes and
Yeah.
and all that jazz, and you get to see because a lot of times unless you have like close friends or people who are really open,
Mhm.
you don't really get a good insight on other people's relationships.
Yes.
You get the false wall that a lot of couples put up
Right.
and say, oh yeah, this is that, and sometimes you only get one side. So like a lot of times, like you're only friends with one person,
Right.
and so you only get their side of the story. And so,
Right.
but needless to say, you don't get a good insight onto other relationships and how they operate.
It's always hard to
And
deal
it's
with
hard to
that.
open up
Yeah.
to even brothers or best friends are like,
Right.
hey, I do this bad and I'm trying to work on it, and it's hard to admit that,
Right.
especially if you fear to be judged.
Of course.
But I think it's actually informative as like a viewer
Yeah.
to say like, oh shit, am I like that too?
Right.
Like you get to kind of like deep thought it and
Helps you work on yourself a little bit.
exactly, and you're
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, she says I should try this. Let me fucking try that. I think it's interesting. And I'm the main psychiatrist lady.
Right.
I think it's fine.
Mhm.
I think that as a guy, sometimes she still kind of doesn't understand men as well as she thinks she does, and that's a little frustrating.
Is that from your point of view, or do you think she doesn't?
I think just watching it, as a guy
Yeah.
and what she's saying that guys should do and how guys should feel about situations. It's like, but that's not reality.
Oh, okay.
And we as men, we are a bit different than how women are.
Right, of course.
And we try to strive to be more amicable, or try to, I think if you're a good person, you try to, do your best.
Of course.
But there always seems to be a little bit of her lacking of, it's just not that easy for guys to do certain things emotionally.
Right.
Than it is for
Right.
women. And she's just like, well, just do it. Well, just do that. I'm like, well, it's just not that easy.
Well, you
It's,
got all that testosterone in men,
well, and it's just the ways you're raised, and it's the way it's society.
It's a bunch of different things.
And so that'd be my only complaint.
Right.
I do think she tries to be fair. I think just every now and then she slips into the, well, why don't you just talk to her? And it's just like, well, because every time I talk to her, she always fucking yells at me, and she brings it up 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
And so, but I will say this: it's I'd give it a go.
So give it a watch.
I would.
I
I mean, if you can watch it stream it for free somewhere.
So, real quick,
So-
on that
so
point,
not to-
fucking Netflix.
I hear they're gonna start.
No, it's happened.
Oh, has it?
So,
Oh.
okay. So the first time I went on, because we were using my wife's parents' Netflix, and so in with them letting us use that, we let them use our other things that we purchased.
Yeah.
So
Are we boycotting Netflix over stream right now?
no, we're not. no, we're not. I'm just saying that.
known podcaster in Nevada has taken a strong stance against Netflix on their podcast.
No.
Fuck Netflix.
No.
Netflix.
We're not saying that. I'm just saying that.
Sue
So the-
Trey.
so the-
Sue Trey.
So the first thing we did was we went on there and it said like, oh, we noticed that you're not part of the ecosystem that at your at their house.
Yeah.
And it said, are we wrong? And I go, yes, you are. Clicked it and it let me go for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I went on and I clicked it and it goes, hey, you're not part of their ecosystem. We're not letting you use this. Are you traveling right now? Is that why we can't see your...
Yes.
And I go to click it, and it goes, all right, we'll send a password to the email on file, and then they can send it, and they can put it as you're the main person on there. And I'm like, ooh, can't do that. Not my Netflix. I'm not putting mine as the main thing, so they can't use it because it won't be
You're right.
because they monitor it.
Yeah,
So we couldn't use it anymore. So we had to go buy our own. Okay, Netflix for 4K is $20 a month.
Mhm.
What the fuck?
Yep. Hold on. I'm up to, let's see how many accounts we've got. Let's see. I think I pay $20 a month.
That's just for one account.
All right. I can't click oh, there we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 accounts.
That's crazy.
Shayna's mom and dad, but I think the only people, really it's just her
So-
brother Brent. I
so
don't know if he can use it anymore because he's in Arizona.
He'll be kicked off.
I haven't gotten an email yet.
They won't send you an email. That all they'll do
I was
is
saying if you wanted to try to say I was trying.
well, that's true. But so I'm like, Jesus
So
Christ!
stupid.
At a certain point, the argument of like, why don't you just get cable? It's about the same goddamn price as having all these stream. They're
That's
about right.
Yeah. But
They're
the issue
right.
now is they're becoming integral. They're like, well, I can't watch certain things now anymore. It used to be, because I just want to watch this 1 or 2 shows.
Right.
And now it's like, well, all these other platforms. I mean, if you think about it, like let's say you're paying $15 for Netflix, right, on
Right.
average. So that's $15 for Hulu, Netflix, or for Hulu, Disney, and ESPN. You're paying $20.
Right.
So now you're up to 35. Let's say you have HBO and you have to pay for it, which we don't.
Right. Well, we are technically. It's part of our package.
Our
though.
package, but
Yeah.
that's $9.99 a month. So let's say that
Mhm.
you're up to $45. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I really like to watch Apple. Oh, that's $9.99 a month.
Unless you pay. Well, they add it to your package, but if you get
Right.
like the Apple
Let's say
package,
like me,
yeah.
me who
$10.
doesn't have Apple products, it's $10. So now I'm up to $55 a month,
Mm-hmm.
and that doesn't include let's say the MGM one. I'm like, I can't watch this in 5 days.
Yeah.
So now I'm paying for that for at least 2
$10.
months. And so that's 10, 15
If you got
bucks.
Paramount Plus,
I've got that. So
$10.
that's $10. I've got Peacock.
so
that's
you're
another.
so that's
I mean, I'm
70,
paying
80.
70, $80 a month in streaming services.
Yeah.
And it's just like, at what point you're like, geez, Louise, the whole point was to be all wrapped up in one and be able to pick and choose. But,
So we're doing,
I'm sure my prediction is someone will figure out how to where you can pick and choose shows and you just pay for them.
See, I don't think they'll ever do that because they want you to have their whole network.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm paying over $140, and it's because I have the Hulu Live, so I can watch sports and stuff.
That's basically cable.
Right, but I mean, but you do get your Disney.
Yeah.
We're not
Disney.
advertising for these things, by the way. We're not saying go get Disney now.
Yeah,
bundle it together.
We're getting a use code Hard to Entertain. And
no.
they're gonna be like, "The fuck you talking about right now?
Who are these guys?
Hard to Entertain? You sue them."
But no, it's just a lot. I mean, and it seems like they're steadily making it more expensive.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
All right. Well, let's get back on topic here.
No, one quick thing.
Go fuck yourself.
So they did a final trailer for The Flash.
No,
but
I
here's the
stopped
thing.
watching them.
It doesn't really show anything. It's just, anyways. So the reviews are insanely good.
Yeah.
That scares the shit out of me because when the early reviews say it's really good, it's usually not very good.
Yeah. But I will say this.
Yeah.
I will say this.
You will say this.
Stephen King
Mm-hmm.
was invited by what's his name to come watch it.
It's Andy, whatever, the guy who did
The main guy, James Gunn. James Gunn invited Stephen
okay.
King to the screening.
Okay.
And Stephen King said it was that he does not like superhero movies, and he
Right.
said he liked this. He said it was engaging, blah blah blah. And I feel like Stephen King's a pretty honest guy.
Yeah, he's like, if it's shit, he'll probably say it's shit.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
So the other thing is,
Stephen King's had some turds lately, so.
well, I'm excited to see Boogeyman.
Yeah, I'm just saying though that
But yes.
fucking that turd muffin of a show, the movie, the not Doctor Sleep, but
the sequel.
the
Doctor Sleep is the sequel.
no,
to...
Doctor Sleep was fine.
Yeah.
I was fine with that. It was the where he was like shooting up and he's going through different dimensions and he's like a cowboy kind of.
17.
Not Dark Tower.
7. Oh,
Yeah, Dark Tower. It's the one
okay.
with Idris
oh,
Elba.
yeah, Idris Elba.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
Trash.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I was real excited when I saw
Matthew
that trailer for that.
McConaughey?
Yes.
Yeah, and then
Great
you're like-
actors, terrible film.
Yeah, it's so bad. Sorry,
Anyways,
sorry.
So
Off the
my
rails.
point was, there's a super secret ending to this movie.
And gave it away.
No, they're keeping it super under wraps because they don't want anybody to know what's going on at the end of this movie.
They said didn't they give another cameo away though?
Superman.
Oh, okay.
So they're saying that he's actually in it and he has a small. And I'm like, okay,
Well, the word on the
Just-
street is
yes,
Ezra Miller is staying.
yes,
He's going to the premiere
Yes.
this week, but he's not doing any interviews. He will be at the red carpet for pictures only.
he said he wants to make it very clear. I'm here to support the movie. It's not about me
Exactly.
because I know I've made a lot of mistakes, but I don't want that to be what the movie's about.
Right.
It's because I'm not like I don't want you to put my past problems onto the movie. Let the movie speak for itself.
Yeah. What do you think they're going to get rid of Jonathan Mayers?
Who is that?
He's Kang.
No, I don't think so. Honestly,
I wish
because
they would fucking just wrap this shit up.
Well, because-
like, the court case, like just wrap it up.
it's not going to happen because I think they have too much wrapped into it already.
No, I'm just saying, like as far as like
like
as far as just like let's just did he do it? Did he not do it?
yeah.
She's already recanted and said
Mhm.
no, and I don't know. But at the same time, like, is she getting
Without
pressured
me-
by the
Well,
by the
yes.
studios to
Without
be
me
like
knowing anything, this is what happened. Ring, ring, ring. Hey, if you shut the hell up,
$500,000?
we'll send you some cash.
Yeah.
And she's
She's
probably
like, he
oh.
never punched me in the face. She's got a black eye. I fell down the stairs.
But if he did it, he doesn't deserve to be working. But
Well, they're saying that because it is Kong.
yeah,
that- Kang, sorry. I don't know. I
He's
was
not King Kong.
yeah. Kang that it's like, well, we could just change his face. Everyone's what everyone's
not gonna
pushing
work.
for?
What?
The guy from Guardians of the Galaxy 3, the evolutionary, evolutionary.
God, no.
You don't like that guy?
No,
I thought he did a good job.
I didn't like. I think he was the weakest part of that movie.
No, he was great. You're stupid.
That's okay.
But he's alive.
You're
They
entitled.
confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he survived the. So I guess they show a still of Drax running out with his body
Huh.
onto the ship,
Interesting.
and so they're like, well, that way they can use them if they
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah.
So all right, I think we can get.
So anyways, to finish up on the Flash stuff.
We were in movies. This is trailer news, but
Right,
okay,
right,
keep
right,
going.
because
Piece of shit.
we missed some trailer news.
Yeah, you're fucking piece
because
of
I didn't
shit.
do much. I just don't think that since they like publicly fired all these guys, don't put them in the goddamn movie.
Yeah.
Because why? You're gonna
yeah.
get my hopes up, and I'm gonna be like, oh, so they're gonna bring him back? Henry Cavill's coming. No, he's not.
Well, they said the word on the street is the ending sets up the new James Gunn.
Everything up. Yep.
And so we're a week away.
Yep.
We are a week away.
You know how jazzed I am for this? I love the
I'm
Flash.
going to my pants.
So me and you, you want to go?
Get butt naked and go.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We should get our ticket soon though.
My wife is gonna be out of town.
You know what they say? When the girls are awake, the boys will play.
That's right. Bottle after bottle.
Hey.
Anyway,
Some drinky poos, little Flash. Are we going Thursday night, bro?
Sure.
Like we gotta go premiere.
Yeah.
We got to.
Yes.
I mean, well, premieres now. I remember. Do you remember when we would sit?
This shit would be at like midnight.
At midnight, we would go. We'd get there probably 10:30.
Yeah.
Sit outside because it was since you didn't have assigned seatings at the
No,
time.
you just stood outside the
So
theater.
you had to get your ticket. You could get concessions, but then you had to line up outside. They would tell you which theater it was going to be in.
Yep.
And there would be some movies. I remember we did Avengers. We lined up and
Around the corner.
I think we were like maybe 10, 15th in line.
Yeah.
And we and we did it all the time.
Yep.
Almost every weekend we'd go and we'd be like, oh, is there a line? And sometimes it'd be like, oh yeah, there's already a line forming. And sometimes it'd be like, no one's here to watch this, dude.
Yeah.
But it was midnight. The actual trailers would start at like 11.
Well, it would be
15, 11:45. Sorry, but the movie it was so strict. The
Mhm.
movie could not start till after midnight, and then it switched to midnight Eastern time.
Yeah,
and now
so-
it's like, well, as long as it ends midnight Eastern time, so that's why you'll
Go
see some
like
of
a
them start at
7.
like 5,
Yeah.
5 or 6, because if it's a 3-hour run time,
Yeah.
and it gets to
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, that's 9 o'clock West Coast time. So technically, it did come out.
Midnight.
It didn't finish yet,
Yeah.
so it's weird. It's just like then at that point, who cares?
Yeah.
So, but I think they'll probably start showing them around 7, 5 or
what we'll
7
do.
on Thursday.
We'll get our
So
Flash on. I'll wear a Flash shirt.
yeah, I don't know if I have any more.
Anyways.
I have to go buy one.
There
All
we
right,
go.
sorry. So last TV thing.
Yes.
Ted Lasso wrapped up. Season 3 wrapped up.
This is it, right?
Technically never said they are never going to do it again, but the feeling is Jason Sudeikis like it's run its course.
Yeah.
It pretty much wraps the show up.
Satisfying,
It ends
really?
everything. It's satisfying. There was some lows in season 3. There were some lows in season 2. But I think overall, if you look at the totality of 1, 2, and 3 seasons, it's a great comedy, heartfelt show.
Okay.
Lots of life lessons. You can't help but love Ted Lasso with himself. So I would say if you haven't watched it at all, it's a great time to sit there and binge it. You got a lot to watch, but give it a go. So
Sweet.
I think we're gonna move on to the next segment.
It's a movie.
It's a premiere.
It's a movie premiere.
Hooray!
Hooray, you cocksuckers!
All right. So we have the big one, but do you have anything before the big one?
I don't think so.
Excellent, I do. So I sat back and I watched White Man Can't Jump.
Hey, little man, let me whisper here. Let me tell something you might like to hear.
Wait, do you see my O?
Oh. All right, go ahead. What do you think? How Mr. Jack Harlow do?
Very mixed bag.
And Vic Benz.
Is that his name, Vic Benz?
Something like that, yeah.
Perfect. Jack Harlow was very strange for me to watch in this movie. He had scenes where it felt like he was very natural and funny, and he had scenes where it looked like he was reading off a teleprompter. Like he dead.
Yes. I will jump for ball and go to rim.
It was more like when he was doing like the heartfelt stuff.
Oh, because he's not an actor.
He
so
went
maybe that's what it
dead eyes and just like.
Let me say, is it because this will answer why. So during the comedy bits, he was good. During the serious bits, he was bad.
Yes.
Is that about it? Okay. Well, that makes sense because he's a if you see him, if you go on YouTube and look Jack Harlow up, and you watch some of like his YouTube stuff with Drewski and like Little Dicky and stuff like that,
Right.
he's hilarious. He's funny. He's naturally funny. And he's not an actor. He's a rapper. So I think that's probably what it is. I mean, they're like, hey, here's these serious scenes. He's like, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
He's not even like a trained comedic actor. He is literally a rapper who they're like, oh, you're funny. Here's a movie.
Here's a movie. Do it. So in this one, he's an injured. Jack Harlow plays an injured basketball player who has a bad Achilles, I think, or his MCL or something like that. And so he's trying to get enough money together to get stem cells so he can go and
20 G's.
This they were saying it was 10K. We'll get him stem cells.
I mean, unless he's if he's going to like Puerto Rico or something, sure.
But so he was trying to get that, and then the Kamal character, he was a college basketball player who freaked out and punched one of the
Refs.
one of the audience members.
Okay.
Pulled a Palace at the Malice, and or Malice at the Palace, sorry. And his dad has a disease, and so yeah, it's just them trying to build a friendship and make money to better their lives with their families.
Okay.
It's fine. I mean,
You sound super positive.
yeah, I think the original's better. Even though it's very dated, it's still it feels like the chemistry between the two are a lot better in the first movie than the remake. So it's probably like a glance across the room if I had to give it a rating.
Okay.
There's this weird, like in the beginning of the movie, where it looks very grainy around the edges of the picture that they try to do, and
Maybe they try to make it look like the 80s, early 90s type of film,
at
maybe?
the very beginning,
Okay.
and it goes away, but it's like really strange. I didn't like it very much. Yeah, I mean it's on Hulu. If you have Hulu, it's a free watch, but if I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it.
That's sad.
So yeah.
Any cameos?
No, you know, it'd been cool if they'd had Wesley Snipes.
That's what I'm saying. Jack, like a Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson cameo.
If either one of
no?
them, no,
Nothing.
shouldn't
That
show up at all.
sucks. Oh man, that sucks. It'd have been cool if they like were at like the gym and like they just see them two over there just hooping, a bunch of old dudes.
That would be amazing. Or like
They get to the finals and it's them at the finals.
yes,
So like
that would have been great.
they use the same trick. But like that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I missed the in this that they didn't do like the white guy couldn't dunk in this. They make it very like prominent. Jack Harlow dunks in the middle of a game, and they're like, "Oh, the white boy did it!" And I was like, "Okay, we're gonna racially stereotype these guys. Let's go."
Well, whatever.
Yeah, I wasn't cool with that, but yeah, it was all right.
So all right. Well, there you go.
All right.
Well, now what?
Now what? The main event.
The main event, Trey.
Yes,
Well, I'm excited. What did we watch, Trey?
we saw Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. I watched it Saturday with the kids.
Okay.
You watched it
Friday night.
with the girlfriend?
My wife.
Your wife?
Girlfriend. I've been
Jesus.
married for years.
Yeah. All right. Well.
How do you want to do this?
Should we just rip the Band-Aid off?
Yeah. Fucking amazing.
Top 3 best superhero movie ever put out.
Yeah.
Top 3.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Top 3.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable how good this movie was.
Yeah.
They had such a high bar
Yeah.
going into this movie
Mm-hmm.
because Spider-Man, not Cross Multiverse, but
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse was such a great animated movie. First great animated released, in the theaters.
Yeah.
Superhero animated movie,
Right.
and they did such a good job. Everyone was like, "Oh,
Well, for that first one, what's crazy about it is that the animation style was so different.
that
So it,
was
takes you a minute to adjust to
It
it because
does.
you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What is this about? But then you're like, wow, it's like the dot patterns they use for the movie, it feels like a comic book.
Exactly. And then you're like, okay, big, and they seamlessly add in these different art styles with the 5 Spider-Man from the other Spider-Verse in the first one.
You get a taste of it for each one.
Exactly. You're like, okay. And they don't really go too crazy.
Right.
So you got like anime, you have a black and white, and you have Porky, which is kind of like 90s anime.
Yeah, the Looney Tunes kind of
Right.
stuff. Yeah.
And so you're like, okay. And then this one, they go just balls deep.
So, real quick, me and the wife had to talk about it last night. In your opinion, do you feel like this was a Gwen Stacy movie or a Miles movie? So my wife said that. I came out of it thinking this is a Gwen Stacy story because everything in this movie is based around the decisions that Gwen Stacy makes.
Right. And I think what they do so well is that exact question. You don't know. They develop the characters so well.
Right.
Each and every one of them. And it's insane. Some of them are on the screen for 5 minutes, and you feel like they are developed characters.
Right.
And even Gwen Stacy, the movie starts out as Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, we you get the backstory on how Gwen
Exactly.
Stacy became Spider-Man and what how she got to where she is now.
Exactly. And what led into the last movie and what leads into this movie. And
with that, there's this really cool like falling paint.
Wasn't that sweet?
When she's talking and stuff, you see the art styles of the pastel colors dropping as she's talking.
They do like a water paint.
Like a wash.
Like, it was so amazing. The music, incredible.
Yep.
And the way that they take their time, and you don't feel like it's a 2 hour and 20 minute movie,
Almost 2.5 hours. Yeah.
and I felt like I was in there for 20 minutes.
Yes.
When that happens, you know it's a good movie.
Right.
At no point was I like, wrap it up.
Oh no.
When it said 2 could be continued, I'm like, what?
Here's the funny part about that. Tara didn't know it was to be continued. It goes off. She goes, "What the hell?"
You're like, oh, you didn't know it was a 2-part?
And I told her this. But
Yeah.
she goes, I was so into the movie that I forgot that it was about to end. I was like, Tara, we're 2.5 hours in, and it feels like the story's just started.
I know it, but they understand that today's moviegoers are okay with you taking your time, and this is, and not to go on a tangent again, but this is DC's problem. Is they do not give the moviegoer the benefit of the doubt that they'll let you develop your characters.
Right.
And this shows, even in animation form, which a lot of the older population will not.
No, they won't go for this,
They
probably.
won't. And if they do, I think they'll enjoy it. But it's okay. It's okay to take your time because they did. They developed their antagonists,
Right.
both of them, because there's 2.
Right.
Kind of, there's like the main and then like the guy who kind of keeps the story going.
Yeah.
And they do such a good job with both of them.
Yeah.
You understand both of their reasonings.
Right.
You may not agree with what they're, how
mean,
they're doing it, but
I think this one may have 3 antagonists. I mean, you got Gwen, Miles, and then you have Miguel O'Hara. Miguel. So the Spider-Man 2099.
yeah. Oh, no.
You don't. He has a backstory in this, and he has just as much to lose than anybody else does. He lost his family, and
But I'm saying, but antagonist, not protagonist.
Okay.
So antagonist would be that guy.
Yes.
It would be Spot,
Yes.
and that's it, really.
Unless you count the ending.
Oh yeah, but that's not like part of the. That would be the antagonist for
The next
part
movie.
2. So we're definitely not going to give that away.
No, definitely not.
So they take a lot of chances with a lot of the characters.
Yes.
Holy crap! I don't cry in movies, but I almost cried like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
The part with Gwen Stacy and her dad, the part with the rocker Spider-Man and what he does, and how you could tell he, like, anarchist, and the baby scenes.
Yes.
And
You get to say
it's crazy how they make you, for an animated character,
Mm-hmm.
the way they make them emote.
Yeah.
And you feel it.
Right.
You feel the emotion.
Yeah.
And it was great. I mean, I don't know if you could have done anything different to make that movie better.
Longer.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, I would have sat there for 4 hours and watched a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
4-hour fucking movie.
Yeah, if they would have told me that.
The good thing is, 1 year. They've already
that- oh,
started.
yeah.
March of next year is when the next one comes out.
Oh, perfect.
So
That's great.
we're less than a year out.
Yeah, that's
on
another
part
thing the
two.
wife was saying. The wife was like, and I'm like, yep,
Yeah, I
got
was
2
like,
years
not
now.
2 years now. So apparently, because it's animation, apparently
Yeah.
they're like
They're
they've
already
been,
on it.
you know, they didn't really stop. They just kept going
Yeah.
and going. So, just
So the art styles in
The-
this were
c-
so good.
the way they're able to transition things that you can't do in like live action.
Yeah.
Like you're
when
just
it
like
works.
going and it goes and all of a sudden you're in like a whole new universe
Yeah.
and
And there was a spot in the movie like we were watching the credits, and by the way,
there's no end
no
credits.
no end credits.
Yeah, I looked it up and everyone's just sitting there. I'm like, hey guys, there's no end credits.
Um,
Go home.
I forgot how fun it was to be in a movie theater with a packed crowd.
Oh yeah, it's been a while because what was the last movie I watched and it was not packed? What was last week's?
I
premiere?
haven't seen a movie with a packed crowd at all in any of the movies I've been to.
Yeah.
And this time, because we go to a theater that's not really occupied as much as there's 2 Galaxies in our town,
Right.
and one's always packed, and then one that we go to never really packed.
Yep.
This one, the theater, there was no seats left. It
Oh,
was it was crazy. It was weird because at the end, clapping, yelling,
Yeah.
telling everybody, "Oh my god!"
Even the kids shut up the
And-
whole time
yeah.
and watched it. It was, man. If you do yourself a favor,
yes.
anything that over the next, if your kids get out or you have some time over the next month,
Mhm.
go watch this in a theater.
It was.
It is
excellent.
100% a theater watch. You can watch it at home. You can watch it in the theater, and
said-
you won't regret it.
I sat there and I told her during the credits, I was like, I can't wait to buy this so I can pause it and look at all the Spider-Men that are in this movie.
Exactly, and you can call them out. And
Yeah, and like there's a scene where it like tells you which universe they're from and
Yeah.
what their name is,
Yeah.
but it was so quick because they had like 30 pop up,
Thousands.
but there's like hundreds of Spider-Man in this movie. It's just and you could see that they had a really conscious thought about each of the Spider-Man. If they have a talking scene, it feels like they're a very developed
different
character.
Exactly, and they've taken the time to. I'm not a big comic guy. I'm not going to go out and read comics. It's just
Yeah.
not my jam. But
Right.
you can tell based on the way they talk and interact that they actually went and read the comic books and
Yeah.
understood the character and how they act in those said comic books. I mean, there's callbacks to the current Marvel universe
Right.
in this.
Yep.
There's callbacks to Tobey Maguire's
Yeah.
universe,
Yep.
to
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield's universe.
We get to see some of the other animated series
Yeah, they
that
have
came out.
video
Ultimate Spider-Man,
games. The video games.
I mean, there's been a Spider-Man. They
it's in there.
probably had a brief scene where they showed
Exactly.
you this.
And God, was it good?
It was really, really good.
I went and watched it. This is my only.
You have a gripe?
I wouldn't say gripe, but it was definitely called out by my friend I went to the movies with.
Okay.
There was a logical fallacy.
What's that mean?
What it means? There's a logical leap,
Oh, okay.
illogical leap that they take.
Okay.
That is a very important part of the movie,
Right.
but it doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna quickly talk about it. So
If you don't want to
it-
hear a
right.
spoiler point,
Yeah.
go to about 15
Uh,
seconds.
well, let's say at 30, 45. All right, and go. So the whole point is they can't let Miles. He's not supposed to be Spider-Man. He's the original anomaly, and they can't let. They have to make sure he lets
He
his
can't
dad.
save
His dad.
his dad.
Here's the problem.
Yes.
If he's the original anomaly,
Uh-huh.
then it doesn't matter if he saves his dad because he wasn't supposed to be Spider-Man anyway. So logically, it doesn't make sense that it would be if he's not supposed to be Spider-Man, then
Yes.
his uncle is not supposed to die as part of Spider-Man's story because he's not
Okay.
supposed to be Spider-Man.
Yes. Prowler.
Do
Yes.
you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if his dad had to die in that universe for Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
that wouldn't be Spider-Man's dad.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right.
So that'd
But
be my only.
They try to fix that though with the end of the movie.
I know, I understand
Yeah.
that, but for what they know
Yes.
as the whole point, those
Mhm.
all I forget the guy's name, the main Spider-Man dude. Who is he?
Which one?
The Hispanic one.
Mm,
Who's the main Spider-Man?
Miguel.
Miguel,
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever.
He's the one that like he should have been like, oh well, if his whole thing is like you're not supposed to be Spider-Man,
Yes.
and you need to let your dad. It's like, well, but if I'm not supposed to be Spider-Man, then my dad shouldn't have to die for my story.
Yeah.
So that'd be the only. But I could see how you could. There's some ways around it, but
Yeah.
just as a thought. Okay, and back.
we're back.
So go watch it. I would give it.
So we're in.
I am butt naked, dripping sweat, and I'm giving you a high five.
sweatiest
and
of
I'm
high
hope-
fives is just
You're,
splash.
you know what? Fuck that. You're getting a chest pump,
Oh.
butt naked, covering in rose water.
Nice.
I can't recommend this movie enough.
It's the best kind of chest bump.
Oh yeah.
Just smell it.
Hey, well, if you knock swords, you knock snores. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
What do you think, Trey?
Yes, I think obviously the best superhero movie I've seen this year.
By far. Not even close.
Yeah, nothing they put out's come out that's even close. I think it surpasses the first one, not by a lot, because I think the first one's an excellent movie as well. I think, but it is interesting to see other backstories, and we're seeing, because it's not all about Miles this time.
Exactly.
The first one, we got how Miles becomes Spider-Man. So this one is we get to see how a lot of people become Spider-Man.
Yep.
And it just goes on to prove that, as the first movie said, anybody can wear the mask.
Yep. And it's actually a big plot point that
Mhm.
all these different people and stuff. So
Like all of them kind of have a situation that turns them into Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it's all similar.
Yeah.
But
that's kind of a big
Yes.
point of the
Yeah.
of the movie.
But yes, go out, see it, support it. This way, they keep on making these good movies.
Everyone's hoping that we get a live action
So
because they
it's already come out.
hint.
That yes, that little
Mm-hmm.
yes,
They're like, yes,
we get a live action knock. They give you a little Easter egg
Yeah.
about something that
there
happens.
There could be
Pretty
a
cool. Which
in the Marvel universe.
yes, which if you guys paid attention, right?
Yep.
This happens in the actual Spider-Man movies.
Exactly.
So he talks about it.
Yep.
But I'll let you guys put that together.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so
um,
fantastic.
go
Watch
see
it.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Alrighty, we're on to the last segment, Trey.
Flashback.
It's the flashback.
Morty, we gotta go back in time.
We've got to go back 60 miles an hour. What is it, 60? What is it? 70?
I don't know.
69?
Gigawatts. Gigawatts.
All right, you ready for this?
All right, what do you got?
Stop looking at my phone.
Time it took you to buy your ticket.
Okay.
3.2 minutes. Time it took you to get your popcorn.
This is part of the trailer.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Time it took them
Oh, let's go.
to steal your car. Hello, lady.
Gone in 50 seconds. Oh shit, son.
I was thinking about Fast and the Furious. I was like, God, there's got to be better car movies than that. And I was like, oh, that's right, Gone in 60 Seconds. And I watched it. Oh God,
No,
it holds up, kinda.
I love that movie.
What is this?
Still.
2002, 2003, Gone in 60 Seconds, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage plays a retired car thief, with Angelina Jolie and a lot of other supporting cast members, and his little brother gets caught up with a Russian mobster, and basically owes him a bunch of cars or money, and Nicolas Cage agrees to steal, it's like 70 cars. It's a ridiculous amount of cars, all in the same area, and this is the one thing about the thing that doesn't make sense. I guess it is kind of in Los Angeles. Maybe it's fine. Whoa, 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 whoa.
My bad, everybody.
Jesus Christ, Trey.
I'm breaking the
You
internet.
fucking idiot.
Anyways,
But yeah, so he basically has to steal a bunch of cars. So the whole thing is them planning out how to steal cars, and the big thing is the very last car he steals at the very last minute. The cops are after him, It's called Eleanor, and it's a 1969 Shelby GT 500. Woo-wee. It's Brandon's dream car.
Yeah.
If I could sell my motorcycle, not buy a new car, and buy that car, I would. It
Yes.
is a just phenomenal car.
Yeah.
And he tears the shit in the race, and that's a big thing. And it's there's a couple lulls in the movie, but overall it's pretty action packed, and Angelina Jolie's hot in it. And I would say if you enjoy like the original Fast and the Furious,
Yeah.
if you enjoyed
It's a caper.
If you like you have to like Nicolas Cage.
If you like Oceans, the Oceans.
If you like,
movies,
yes,
Go for this.
100%.
Yeah.
And you have to like Nicolas Cage. If all those things help
But
you,
he doesn't do a lot of his like caginess in this.
so he has a couple. He has a couple.
I mean, there's a scene where he gets these gangsters to get caught by the cops, and she's like, "What are you drinking?" He goes, "You want some of this?" And they say, "Oh, it's funny."
Yeah.
When they're in the cafe.
But I would say, I don't know what platform I watched it on. Now that I'm thinking about it, but
Skinamax.
yeah, it's great. So, did you turn the volume back up?
I don't
You
know how
dumb
to do it with
shit.
this thing.
Here, fucking
Oh, I got
volume
it.
buttons. You
I think
stupid.
I think I got it.
Jesus.
I got it. I got it.
All right. Here we go.
I'm gonna blow your brain out. Here
Here
we go.
goes. I'm gonna turn the music down just a tad because you're kind of stupid. All
Yep,
right,
kinda
and
dumb.
let's do it.
Okie dokie. We're going.
Jesus Christ!
We're going.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, it is going. You're good.
You're supposed to get the part where they're talking.
Just relax.
Fuck, Trey.
I'm not good at this.
Sounds like a disaster.
Okay. Yeah.
My name is Robert Hawkins. Approximately 7 hours ago, something attacked the city.
Cloverfield?
Found this-
Oh, look at you.
Oh God!
You got this one in the bag.
My balls. I'm the best there is.
So,
The movie that started off
The
somehow started a universe.
started a franchise.
Three movies?
No, I think it's like 5 or 6 now.
No.
The Cloverfield Paradox.
Cloverfield. Okay, Cloverfield.
Yep.
Cloverfield Paradox.
Yep.
The one where they're in the stupid little underground bunker.
Yep. And there's been more since
John-
then.
No, there hasn't.
Yeah.
All right. So talk about the movie,
keep it
and
up.
I'm gonna look up how much of a
Right.
fucking liar you are.
So, it's one of the first found footage movies. That, 2008.
Oh, so it's not. It's found footage, but of kaiju's, which is the difference here.
Yes. So it's one of those where it's a friend has gotten back, and so they're doing like a going away party. He's about to leave to go to Japan or something, and so it's got T.J. Miller in it. It's a bunch of like actors that.
It is only 3, dumb bitch.
That's
And
all.
it's- And that one that real quick. The one that I'm talking about with John Goodman is 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was Cloverfield,
Yes.
10 Cloverfield Lane,
Yes.
and the Cloverfield Paradox. That's in the order that they
Oh,
came
okay.
out. So sorry, continue.
3 movies.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
All right. Anyways, so and this is the only one that's found footage. The other ones are not. But I don't know. It's okay. It's literally like them running around as shit's blowing up all around them, and you get to see the monster. It's clear.
That's the thing. So, real quick, I'm so sorry. I'm
Yes.
so sorry. That movie is good until you see the monster.
Yes.
Right when that happens,
Yes. Well, it's very CG. You can tell that like it does the CG doesn't fit with the stuff around
because you're
it.
trying to figure out what's going on the whole time.
Right.
Like, is it Godzilla? Is
Yes.
it aliens? Is it asteroids? Like,
And I have an issue with the fact that it's at first they make it seem like it's one thing.
Yeah.
But by the end, it's multiple things.
right, because it's flying things in.
Right, and there's different creatures
There's
all
like
through the
bat
movie.
things and
There's like an octopus thing that's got like tentacles coming out of the ocean and like breaking shit. And I'm like, they never even show whatever that is. So and they don't really explain much.
Nope.
The end of that movie leaves you just like, okay,
They don't explain much in any of the movies.
they die, like everybody dies.
Yep, good.
The
thing is that it's like them uncovering it and like them finding the camera right at the very end, like the first responder.
they don't even do that.
Oh,
They don't show that.
I thought they did.
It literally just cuts off with them, and it shows like in the beginning. It says, "Oh, this is what used to be blah blah blah. Now it's Cloverfield."
Oh.
And I don't know. Nah.
Yeah.
The John Goodman one is more suspenseful, where you're
that is the best one
where
of
you're
the
trying
three.
to figure out why he's keeping this girl
Well,
and this.
It's like is he or isn't he type of movie? Is he a
crazy?
psychopath?
Yeah.
And just saying that there's you can't go outside, or is it real?
Yeah.
And stuff. And so that movie is much better. And
Yeah.
I just read here.
Mm-hmm.
Cloverfield 4 is currently in development with director Baka Arvian at the helm, scripted by Joe Batten and J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot.
Yeah.
The next installment, which will act as more of a traditional sequel to Cloverfield,
Yeah.
directed by Matt Reeves. Oh, I didn't know Matt Reeves directed
Yes.
that original movie.
Yep.
That's probably why I hate Matt Reeves.
Didn't you do Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, he did fucking just trash water.
Yeah.
Because didn't he just recently do a superhero movie too?
Sounds right.
And I think he did. If I'm not going,
But anyway. So you're gonna do a sequel. So there'll be 4 movies. This one,
oh, he did the Batman.
Yeah.
Never mind. That was
Yeah.
alright. That was pretty good.
it was okay.
Batman. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little too gritty for me, but yeah.
That's okay with me.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Alrighty. Well,
so
watch 10 Cloverfield Lane.
yes, don't watch Cloverfield.
It's
not really
hard
worth
to
it.
say it now because if you know anything, that was the big thing. They didn't say it was part of the Cloverfield universe
Yeah.
until after the movie came out,
Mhm.
and the end. Yeah, never mind.
I mean, I'm assuming with Cloverfield in the title, that it's part of that.
Well,
But
no one knew though, because it was 8 years after the fact.
yeah.
So I think that's why people were like, "Oh, it could be." It was kind of like one of those online rumors, like
Right.
it could be.
But
And then it doesn't really call to it until literally the very end of the movie.
Yeah. So
But-
that movie's about 15 years old now.
which one?
Cloverfield.
10 Cloverfield
came
Lane?
out 2008.
20
so-
years. You
Huh?
said 10.
I said what? No, I said 2008. I said it's 15 years old.
Oh, 15. I thought you said 10 years.
No.
Well,
Anyways,
okay.
so I can't recommend that one. Watch the other one. 10
Yeah,
Cloverfield Lane.
that's 2016, and yeah.
And
Well,
but if you want to watch the Cloverfield after the fact to see, what happened to get to this movie,
Yeah.
give it a watch. So the next episode is going to be our 1-year anniversary.
I think we've agreed
yes,
that we're gonna purchase our new mic setups
yes,
and new board,
mm-hmm.
and that's gonna be interesting. So if it
Yes.
sounds like shit for our 1-year anniversary,
yes,
Trey's fault.
yeah, I think so.
Okay,
And
that sounds
then
fair.
we'll be able to talk about the Flash.
Yep.
We'll have seen that by then.
Maybe we have everything set up. Maybe we invite a guest on if
There
we
we
have
go.
everything set up enough.
That would be awesome to have.
And then we
guest
could
or
talk
two.
about our favorite episode from the year, and we
Mhm.
could talk about our favorite movie that we talked about on the podcast.
maybe talk a little bit about the year that we've had, and talk about how we've kind of done this.
Oh yeah, that sounds stupid, but yeah, let's do that.
Maybe people want to hear about that.
Yeah, no, they don't. But
They
yeah.
don't, but that's
Yeah.
okay. We're gonna give it to them.
Well,
All right.
as I always Instagram hard to entertain with your big daddy Brandon.
And Facebook, Hard to Entertain with Brandon and Trey. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Are you not entertained?
Welcome to Hard to Entertain with Brandon and Trey. Take it away, boys.